Hello YouTube, Moose Cow here, continuing our game of Kings and Kaisers. We got round 2 for Italy and America, and then China is not included this round because no one's invaded them, so they're still neutral. But next round, provided no one's gone into them, they will be included in the turn order with a national protection war. So anyway, this will just be Italy and America. But before I get to that, we have some unfinished business over here in the Pacific. Right here, Madman forgot to do this part on his Ottoman Empire turn, so I'm going to just do it now and get it out of the way. So I have a Japanese sub coming in here, and he has a German sub. Some subs in this game attack and defend at 2 or less. Defending subs do not defend at 1. And they have the option to submerge since I'm not coming in with a cruiser that is detecting. So what that means is he has to choose if he's going to fight or if he's going to submerge. And in either case, I get to fire a shot at him. I still get to fire, and provided I miss, if he chose to submerge, basically I would, he would, if I was playing in person as him, I would put a submerge marker next to it to denote that that sub has chosen to submerge. If I roll and I miss, he then submerges. That's basically how this works. It's much more like the original Axis and Allies Europe. Subs had to survive a round of combat before submerging and stuff like that, right? So anyway, he has chosen not to submerge, and he's going to fight it out. And that will determine if Japan gets an NO, and also determines if Japan gets convoyed. So here we go. Let me zoom out for you. Okay, so, all right, here's my sub firing. Miss. His retaliation. Miss. My sub. Got a hit. His sub. Miss. All right. Cool. So that went in my favor. So this transport is auto-killed, and Japan collects 2 more IPCs. Where am I? Over here. They get 2 more IPCs because of this NO. There are no Central Power warships in the Pacific Ocean. There are no naval units in the Pacific Ocean, basically. So sea zones 47 to 75. 47 being here, all the way to over here. Goes down here. Okay, so they get 2 for that, and like I said before, they get 1 per original Central Power territory in the Pacific Ocean. So Japan has, kind of giving you a preview of other purchases, but Japan has 10, 11, 12, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 IPCs to spend for their next turn. Cool. All right, carrying on to Italy. Italy got massively bombed by Germany's Zeppelins, and both Zeppelins hit. And when you hit, you roll the dice. If you drop a bomb with a Zeppelin, or if you're playing with bombers, I don't actually think we're playing with bombers since it's an expanded unit, but Zeppelins technically are expanded units, but we highly recommend playing with them. So the 2 Zeppelins, they both drop bombs on Rome, and they both hit. You roll a die per Zeppelin. If it's a 1 through 3, it hits. And then you re-roll the die, and that's how many IPCs are immediately removed from that power. Both hit and devastated me, and I only have 5 IPCs to spend with Italy. So I'm going to build 1 infantry, but let's see if I get any tech. Got a 1 and a Snake Eyes. Italy does not get any tech. Okay, so Snake Eyes. Anyway, they're going to buy 1 infantry, save 2 IPCs. And we got some attacks and movements. The infantry from Somaliland is going to move to British East Africa. Let's see. I'm going to do a risky procedure here. But first, actually, I'll back up to that. So everything in Veneto is backing out to Tuscany, minus 1 infantry. I know that Central Powers don't have this yet, but they will soon. I'm just leaving the chip there for the time being, but they will have that minor city very shortly. So anyway, so everything else from Veneto these guys is backing out into Tuscany. So I'm going to move these dudes to Tuscany. Okay, and then let's see. And I'm doing one risky procedure, and I'm going to go and attack his Austrian Navy with my Italian Navy. Also, though, this is another rule of ours. The fighter is coming in 2. Now, you're probably wondering, like, hey, fighters only can move 2 in 1914. And that is true, but we have a rule, basically, that there are no aircraft carriers in this game, but a fighter can end its movement in a sea zone as long as it's A, adjacent to a friendly territory, which Tuscany is a friendly territory, and B, it is paired with an undamaged dreadnought. So, if that dreadnought gets damaged, that fighter cannot survive. Think of it as like kind of a very early scrambling or combat air patrol, rather. So basically you can match one fighter per undamaged dreadnought, one undamaged capital ship, and that's the only capital ship, right? So any only type of capital ship in this game. There's no aircraft carriers. So anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. So there's my sub's coming in, my cruiser's coming in, he has a cruiser, he has a sub, both our cruisers will be, I've coordinated with Madman, both our cruisers will be detecting, so they'll be rolling at 2s, and our dreadnoughts at 4s, and of course I have to survive the mines with my sea units. Now down over here, infantry on Crete is going to hop onto this transport. 2 infantry, 1 artillery are going to attack Cyrenaica from Libya, and then 2 infantry from Libya are just going to go straight into Egypt to reinforce. And then, 1 second, he's hopping on the transport, and let's see, picking up 1 infantry from Rome, and they're going to go over to Sea Zone, what is this, where is it? I always am covering it somehow. 31, there we go. Sea Zone 31, and they're going to offload in empty southern Anatolia. So that's automatically 3. To Italy, where am I? I'm under Japan. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 for the Ottomans. And that will prevent the Ottomans from railing to Palestine on their next turn. Because you cannot rail through combat or contested territory. Anyway, so those are the 2 battles. This one's very dicey, so, as you can imagine. And then we have this one right here. So taking out Cyrenaica before it gets activated. Cyrenaica technically was an Italian territory in Libya where a rebel uprising occurred, but for gameplay, just to simplify it, it is its own territory rather than being an Italian territory and having some special rule and whatever. Anyway, so here is 2 3s and a 2 against a 1 and a 3. One hit. And that is a 3. That's a miss. That's a miss. So I got 1 hit. His return fire. That's a hit. This is... I'm going to re-roll that. Miss. Okay. 1 and 1. So he'll take the cavalry. I'll take my infantry. Or 1 infantry at least. That means this automatically becomes Ottoman. So let me just pull him out. Okay, so honestly I probably did him a favor with that one, but whatever. Anyway, so there's that. So that's done, that's done. And we got this battle here. All right, scary mines, scary mines. Okay, so 1 mine for my sub, miss. 1 mine for my cruiser, miss. 1 mine for my dreadnought, miss. Awesome. Whew, it's always scary. Okay, cool. So again, I have 3 2s and a 4. He has a 4 and 2 2s. Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, I got, ooh, 3 hits. Nice. That's a miss. So I got 3 hits on him. His return fire. He got 1 on me. Okay, so cool. Let's see. If it was him, he got 1 on me. What would he pick? Let's see. Defender has to pick casualties first. Let's see, what would he pick? I got 3 hits. I did not expect to get 3 hits, but I got 3 hits. I'm gonna guess. Let's see. I'm gonna be fair to him, and I'm gonna take my sub as a casualty. And that way he can take his battleship and his sub so that he has a 3 to respond with. Okay, I think that's fair. Okay, so I have a 4, and a 3 now, and my fighter versus his 3, his cruiser. Now, Madman, if you want to change this and you want to say leave your sub as a defender, or change it in any regard, feel free to do it on your re-roll the finale of this battle on your Austria-Hungary turn, if you feel inclined. But I think this is fair. Anyway, so okay, so now my cruiser is at a 3 because there's no sub to detect, and my fighter. So here we go. Okay, oof, nothing. His response. Ooh, bullseye. Okay, so he got me once. I am going to pick, let's see. Thinking. Kind of stinks, but I'm gonna pick the fighter. Keep going. Oh, that's a 2. All right, 3 and a 4. Snake eyes again, jeez. Okay. Miss, oh thank God, okay. Come on. Oh, right, 2 hits, of course, my overkill, and I don't need it. All right, his rebuttal, and it gets a hit, okay. That will be the cruiser, and I will leave the undamaged, or actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna damage the battleship. What am I thinking? Okay. Damage the battleship. And then that automatically kills the transport. Okay. That's done. Whew, okay, cool. All right, so we have that. Oh, and I forgot to move these guys. I'm just gonna leave them. I think I forgot to move those guys. I'm just gonna leave them. All right. Yeah, just in case that somehow went really bad and he could amphibiously assault me or whatever. Anyway, so I'm just gonna leave that as is. Infantry going down in Rome because it has to. They have 2 IPCs left over, and they get, let's see, I did not get this Ottoman territory, so I don't get an IPC for that. But I do get 2 IPCs for having, there are now no enemy warships in the Mediterranean Sea. Sea zones 27 to 32. 27 to 32. The Ottomans in the Black Sea do not count. If they move into here, it does count, but it's not there right now, so I get 2 IPCs. Yay, Italy got a national objective, plus the 2 IPCs that are left over. And they are at 17 on the tracker. So 15, 16, 17. Okay. So 17 plus 4. So at 21. All right, moving on to America. Okay. I have 2 tech chips to roll, so I'm going to roll for them first. But otherwise, my purchases are a cruiser and 2 transports with 21 IPCs. So here's for 1 tech chip. 3 and a 1. Nothing again. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Another 3 and a 1. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, America's getting hosed and not being able to share tech with allies. So anyway, so sticking with those purchases, we have 1 combat. Yes, America can make a combat while neutral. Just to kind of go over this again, America while neutral can invade any territory, any neutral territory, a neutral minor power that is in a sea zone adjacent to a U.S. territory. So if they want to, they can come down here and invade Hispaniola, which is what the U.S. did in 1915 before they were in World War I. They invaded Hispaniola because of a coup uprising thing, and they're like, there's chaos happening here. We're going to just take control of this because you guys lost control or something. Or anyway, they just came in there for security reasons. But anyway, so America can invade there, or if the player chooses to, they can invade any of these 3 territories, Ecuador, Colombia, or Venezuela, because they're adjacent to a sea zone with a U.S. territory. But they cannot come down and align U.S. territories, and they cannot come down here because there are no U.S. They cannot align pro-U.S. territories, and they cannot come down here to invade any of these territories. They can also choose to invade northern Mexico or southern Mexico, but since those are German aligned, if they do that, then all remaining German control pro-German territories, those 2 and this 3, they all immediately get activated to Germany. And if the U.S. is neutral, there's nothing they can do here about Chile while they're neutral. If America invades a second minor neutral power, then then those territories also get activated. So that is kind of the almost strict neutrals rule for here, but it really just applies to the U.S. in this part of the world. So anyway, also this canal is not, the Panama Canal is not operational until the U.S. is at war, so this cannot come through here. But anyway, this transport is going to pick up, I went over my purchases. This transport's picking up artillery here and going 1 and picking up a cavalry. Transports can carry any kind of unit. It's just that when you offload them, they have to be with an infantry. These 2 transports are picking up 2 artillery from western United States and 2 infantry from southwest United States, and dropping off in Hispaniola. Okay, and then also a bombardment from a dreadnought. So that means I have 5 3s, a 4 and a 2, because the cavalry cannot be paired with artillery. And he has a preemptive shot because there is an artillery on Hispaniola, since it's worth an IPC, and there's an infantry there. So he has a preemptive shot, which I will absorb on my cavalry if that happens, and then 2, 3, then a 3 and a 3 for the battle itself. So here's the preemptive shot. Miss, just barely. Okay, it's a 3. Here is my roll. Let's see. All right, I got it. 2 hits, 3 hits, 4 hits. Okay. Total overkill, which I believe is probably historically correct. Anyway, here's the rebuttal. He got me twice. That's fair. I will lose an infantry and a cavalry. But that does mean that the U.S. goes up 1 IPC. I chose to make it historically accurate this time, but he chose to probably take more U.S. lives than historically was correct. But anyway, so that happened there. All those units can just stay there. Or actually, you know what? I'll take that back. I'm just going to move over here. with this. Okay, and then this transport here, I forgot to do this, sorry. This transport here, pick up this infantry and gonna go from, connects to 64. 1, 2, and offload in Guam, because why not? Okay, so disposition of forces for Italy. We got 1 infantry in Veneto. We have a damaged battleship and a cruiser in Sea Zone 30. We have 2 infantry and artillery in Rome, and in Tuscany we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artillery, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 5, 6 infantry. Sorry, 6 infantry, 7 artillery. We have a transport in 31. We have 2 infantry in southern Anatolia. We have an infantry and artillery in Cyrenaica, and now an Ottoman infantry. And we have 2 infantry in Egypt. We also have an infantry in British East Africa. Then for the United States, we got an infantry on the Philippines. We got an infantry on Guam, a transport on 57. We have a cruiser in 71. We have 2 cruisers in 7. We have an infantry and 3 artillery on Hispaniola. We have a dreadnought and 3 transports in 4. We have 6 infantry and 1 artillery in eastern United States. And then we have a cavalry, 1 artillery and 3 infantry in southeast United States. And then also for the Japan battle over here, we have 1 Japanese sub here in 53. So cool. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. The new units go down here. So add another 2 transports and a cruiser. And the U.S. now has at 22, so they get another IPC. So they get 22 to spend. And then they still have 2 tech chips, and Italy also still has 2 technology tokens. All right, so that covers it. We are now at the top of round 3 of this game of Kings and Kaisers. So, Madman, let's see what you got for Austria. Hungary.